2026 World Cup Round of 16 is officially in the history books. But as the final whistle blows, football fans around the globe are asking the exact same terrifying question. Is the integrity of the beautiful game officially dead? What was supposed to be a celebration of elite international football has instead devolved into an absolute madhouse of unprecedented refereeing scandals, tactical disasters, and heartbreaking exits that have changed the landscape of the sport forever. From the shocking, lonely walk of a legendary icon in Arlington, to an explosive political phone call that shattered FIFA's own rulebook, all the way to a highly controversial VAR decision in Atlanta that left an entire nation screaming robbery, this round was anything but normal. In this complete, deep dive tactical breakdown, we are pulling back the curtain on the 3 massive matches that shook the world. We will analyse exactly how managers threw away tactical advantages, look at the cold hard data behind the refereeing choices that have fans claiming the tournament is rigged, and reveal the final quarter-final bracket that determines who Lionel Messi faces next. This is the unfiltered truth of the round of 16. We are starting with the heartbreaking end of a legendary era.
Let's begin where the heartbreak felt heaviest. The sudden and brutal elimination of Portugal at the hands of a clinical Spanish side. A 1-0 final scoreline that perfectly masks a total tactical catastrophe. To understand why Portugal failed, you have to look past the lazy headlines blaming Cristiano Ronaldo and look directly at the system deployed by manager Roberto Martinez. Spain did not just win this match, they completely suffocated the Portuguese midfield. From the opening whistle, Luis de la Fuente's tactical blueprint was clear: cut off the supply lines. Spain deployed a dynamic, low-block hybrid defence that heavily compressed the space between their defensive line and midfield. Every single time Vitinha or Bernardo Silva looked up to transition the ball forward, they found themselves instantly closed down by 3 Spanish shirts. The result? Total isolation for Cristiano Ronaldo. Ronaldo was completely starved of service, forced to drop deep into his own half just to touch the football. When your primary striker is forced to play as a central midfielder just to get involved, your tactical system is broken. Portugal possessed all the individual talent on paper, but Martinez refused to adapt. He failed to utilise overlapping fullbacks to stretch Spain's compact width, and he left his midfield to drown in possession without any vertical creativity. As the final whistle blows, the imagery of Ronaldo walking down the stadium tunnel alone, shaking his head, wasn't just a picture of a tournament loss. It felt like the final, definitive chapter of his legendary international career. But as the football world mourns the fall of an undebatable icon, an even darker cloud was forming across the Atlantic. Because behind closed doors, a single political phone call was about to completely break FIFA's rulebook, sparking a corruption scandal that has left global fans questioning if this entire tournament is an orchestrated script. And it all started with a red card that vanished into thin air. To understand why fans are completely losing faith in the refereeing of this World Cup, we have to look at the unprecedented scandal that unfolded during the United States matchup in Seattle. Football has seen controversial refereeing decisions before, but what happened over the last 48 hours has completely shattered the sport's global rulebook. When Folarin Balogun received a straight red card for a reckless challenge, the decision seemed final under standard FIFA disciplinary protocols. The host nation was set to face a massive tactical disadvantage moving forward, but then reality took a backseat to raw geopolitics. In a move that sent shockwaves through international sport, headlines confirm that Donald Trump placed a direct phone call to FIFA leadership demanding the decision be reviewed. Hours later, in complete defiance of standard football governance, FIFA officially stepped in and overturned the red card, allowing Balogun to escape suspension. Let that sink in for a moment. In a sport that pridefully boasts about keeping politics completely separated from the pitch, a political phone call fundamentally altered a World Cup disciplinary decision. The tactical implications are massive, but the damage to the sport's reputation is catastrophic. European and South American fans are furious, claiming that the host nation is receiving a heavily protected whistle just to keep stadium ticket sales and television ratings at an all-time high. It set a highly dangerous precedent, one that proved FIFA was willing to bend the rules. But nobody expected this exact same level of bizarre officiating to bleed directly onto the pitch in Atlanta, where an underdog nation was about to witness what fans are calling the most blatant, cold-blooded refereeing robbery in modern World Cup history. That brings us to the absolute madness that unfolded in Atlanta. Argentina versus Egypt. A 5-goal thriller that will be remembered not for the football played, but for what fans are calling the most blatant robbery in modern World Cup history. Egypt entered this match as massive underdogs, but Hussam Hassan's tactical execution was initially flawless. They exploited Argentina's aging defensive transition speed, hitting them on hyper-fast counterattacks. Yasser Ibrahim shocked the world by
by putting Egypt ahead 1-0 in the 15th minute. Then, total chaos struck. Mustafa Zico broke loose and buried a brilliant finish that would have put Egypt up 2-0. But the referee was called over to the VAR monitor. Officials searched for any minor infringement, eventually pulling the play all the way back to find a highly debatable foul on Lisandro Martinez. The goal was erased. Even though Zico later found a legitimate second goal to incredibly make it 2-0 for the Pharaohs, the psychological warfare of the officiating had already disrupted Egypt's rhythm. Reeling from the constant physical intensity and tension, Egypt's defensive structure eventually collapsed late in the game. Sensing blood in the water, Lionel Messi took complete control, scoring a late equaliser in his 9th consecutive World Cup appearance to make it 2-2. In the dying minutes of normal time, Lautaro Martinez served an absolute peach of a cross to Enzo Fernandez, who headed home a stunning 3-2 comeback victory. Argentina survived, but Egypt's camp left completely heartbroken, with fans openly questioning if the Lions were manipulated just to keep the reigning champions alive. Was it a genuine refereeing error or calculated intervention? The debate is tearing the football world apart. But before we look at the terrifying quarter-final matchups that this result has created, I want to hear from you. Was Egypt completely robbed tonight? Let's spark a massive debate in the comments below. Drop your thoughts right now and hit that subscribe button if you want daily, unfiltered football breakdowns. Because the drama doesn't stop here. The road ahead is looking like absolute warfare. With the dust finally settling on the round of 16, the path to the World Cup trophy is officially set, and the matchups are looking like absolute warfare. France is scheduled to take on a high-flying Morocco side. Spain's tactical machine will clash with Belgium in a massive European blockbuster, and an explosive England squad faces a dangerous Norway team. But all eyes are fixed on the final slot of the bracket. By surviving the Egyptian miracle, Lionel Messi and Argentina have officially punched their ticket to the quarterfinals on July 12th. And after a grueling, cagey 120 minutes of a scoreless deadlock, their opponent has officially been decided. Switzerland has pulled off a historic feat, defeating Colombia 4-3 in a nerve-shredding penalty shootout to reach the final 8 for the first time since 1954. Gregor Kobal's massive penalty save against Cucho Hernandez and Ruben Vargas's icy, clinical final strike have earned the Swiss the ultimate reward, a date with a vulnerable but highly dangerous Argentina squad in Kansas City. The stakes have never been higher, and the margin for tactical error is completely gone. What do you think about the political intervention in the US red card scandal? And can this disciplined Swiss side shock Lionel Messi to continue their dream run? Let's keep this conversation going in the comments below. Don't forget to check out our channel's community tab to cast your official vote in our live match poll, and hit that subscribe button right now so you never miss our daily, unfiltered football breakdowns. Thank you for watching, and we will see you at the next kickoff.